So we'll see how it goes. And also, I've never dealt with anyone who may be a little bit more unfavorable. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, we'll just warm it up, see how we go, and we'll go from there. I'm going to just check to make sure it looks live when I'm on my end too. So we'll see how this goes. All right. Perfect. All right, Lilia's here. Fantastic. And it's nice because you can actually have 10 people here. 10 people can come, which is very nice. All right. Make sure. Yeah, I should be. I know I'm on. Let's see.
This is exciting. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster.
You are. Oh my God. Isn't it fun? I know. We'll just see how it goes. I mean, I think we can see ourselves. So I just want to make sure that because it shows we're live. So that's all very good. Oh, there's one person watching. Good. Okay. So we're starting. So welcome everybody. If you are just joining us, welcome to our live. And we're so excited to be here. This is a first time that we as a group have read together on YouTube. So we're so excited. And if you are here, please feel free to leave an emoji or say hello. Let us know so we can make sure everything is, oh, see. This is funny because it says 2 people are waiting. So let me check and see what that actually means, since I'm still kind of getting the vibes. I want to make sure that people can see me. Yeah, it says I'm live here. So that's good. Sometimes it takes a minute for things to catch up. Okay, I can see myself. Hi. Okay, so I see Alicia's comments, but let me, I don't know why I can't see it in the chat. There we go. Okay, now we're caught up. Okay, good. And as long as we have one, we have a show. So good. Okay, good. I'm so glad. Thank you for mentioning that. We do. We need our people telling us. So I'm excited that we are here. And tonight, as we get this ball rolling, oh, hello. Nice to see you. Absolutely. We're so excited you're here. We're so glad. This is our first time going live on YouTube. And so please feel free to say hello, and we're going to get the ball rolling. Feel free to just chat while we're here. We're going to get reading started probably in about 10 minutes. But I want to start by, first of all, hi, Jennifer. Good. Okay. Everything is well in the world. We've got people here. So I want to let you guys know a little bit for those of you who might be new. So my name's Carrie Koss. I'm a medium and a mentor. And these are my students who have been training with me already for over a year, very extensively. So they are incredible professionals, psychic mediums, and they also work as healers and in the Akashic Records. And so tonight, what we're going to be doing is little mini readings, just so you can get a sample of how they read, the types of readings that they offer. We'll be dropping their information in the chat as well if you're interested in scheduling with them. Also, if you're here on the channel, if you could like and subscribe, I'd be so happy if you did. And then we can continue doing these readings and go from there. So a little bit about me, if you don't know me, my name is, of course, I mentioned Carrie Koss, and I'm the founder of the Sacred Seer School, which is actually an online supportive spiritual development school. And so in that space, we do several things. The first thing is that I support students in developing their psychic abilities, mediumship, and the Akashic Records, as well as healing. And then I also support them from a business perspective, moving into doing it professionally. So that is something that I do offer specifically. We also have a membership called Goddess Rising, which is very much a monthly membership, where you can learn to connect and balance first of all, your own energy, but develop spiritually. You can also learn about having authentic spiritual practices. You're learning about manifestation, working with goddess energy, learning the beginnings of doing spell work, ritual, things of that nature. And it's just a place of safe community. So that's what we're about. So I'm going to pass it to, we'll move over to my right to Kai, and then everyone's going to introduce themselves, and then we're going to get started with the readings. So Kai.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Kai Bucknell, and I have been a working psychic medium for several years. I joined Carrie's Sacred Seer school last year in hopes of refining some of my skill set, and then also, of course, to diving into some new aspects or new modalities in which I could incorporate my own spiritual practice, but also to share and to teach others that choose to work with me. And so I, like Carrie said, we do a lot of different things here. I know for myself, I am very much somebody who prefers more holistic methods of healing. I love meditation and breath work. I am a psychic medium as well and a Reiki master, and energy work and combining energy work with readings has been super instrumental, and I'm really excited to be here with you guys today.
Exciting. So happy. Good. Okay, Heber.
Hi, everybody. My name is Heber. I live on the West Coast in Las Vegas, and I've been a practitioner for about 3 to 4 years. I'm a psychic medium and a Reiki master as well, and I've been working with Carrie for 2 years now because I worked with her previously before joining the school. So it's been extremely rewarding for me to be a part of this experience and to continue to develop and learn new healing modalities. And working with energy has always been something that's been a calling for me, and to learn how to enhance my skills and learn new skills to be able to help not only myself but help others has been really rewarding for me. So I'm really excited to be here.
Yay. Well,
Thank
we're
you.
excited. We're so excited, of course, that we're doing this tonight. Thank you, Heber. Laura.
Hi, welcome everyone. So my name is Laura Ramos. I'm a psychic medium. I've been working on my spirituality for the last couple of years. I like to say that I would specialize in mediumship, and also focusing right now on helping children develop their intuition and self-love. So specifically teenagers. Yes.
I love that. And you're going to be launching a program too. Everyone is going to be doing a variety of things. So we'll drop all their information towards the end so that in case you want to follow up. And I know I'm excited about that. You doing that work too. That's so needed, right? So needed in the world. So one thing I thought it would be fun to start with, since we have so much energy going on right now, with both the collective, but also with this month astrologically. And I thought it would be kind of fun to be able to do a channeling together and just tap in first, and then maybe we can move into some readings. What does everybody think? Sound good?
I think that's good.
Yes,
good. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and just tap in, and then whoever wants to go ahead and yes, I know. Isn't that cool, Jennifer? Yes. Whoever wants to get started can go ahead and get started. I've been definitely feeling a lot of the divine feminine energy. I think we've been all talking about that lately, that it's so prominent right now. And many of us feeling these feminine guides we consider them goddesses, but also possibly ancestors. And if we have it just in general, working on that balance, that healing, and also recalibrating a lot of this more toxic masculinity that we find in the world. And so I'm very assured by that. And I just want to say the first card I'm pulling out is the Great Mother. And it says, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. And I feel like that's been very relevant for so many of us, just needing that type of deep nurturing, but also that feminine leadership, which can really guide us through the most challenging situations and light our way when we can't see in the dark. It's one thing I'm picking up on. And then the last thing is the bud, potential, promise. It's all about to happen. Keep going. So in the Goddess Rising membership, we work with a different goddess each month. And then we have, I would say, patron goddesses that work with us all the time. But one of the goddesses that's coming forth this month is Persephone, because she is, after all, rising from the underworld to come up for spring. And one of the images that she gave me specifically, hi, Jen. One of the images she gave me when I was meditating with her to, I would say, craft our newsletter for the month, she showed me this image of a red vine. And some of you guys know this from my teaching, and you've heard this before in spiritual lessons and teachings, but she showed me a red vine and she said, wear this red vine and then I'll guide you in the darkness when you can't see. Then through these difficult waters, you'll be able to feel me. And so I keep getting that image again. And it says, you're not going to be able to, you're going to only be able to see what's right in front of you. So you have to trust your instincts and your guides. And so I just feel like that so strongly right now. And because it's this potential promise, it's all about to happen. Keep going. Beautiful. I'll pass it off to one of you.
That was awesome. So I pulled 2 cards as well, specifically from the Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle deck. I think that right now, energetically, it's a time for really tapping in to energies that have your highest interest, your best interest at heart. And in it, to counterbalance the toxic masculinity that we're all experiencing, and this energy that is overflowing and overwhelming, the majority of the population, I pulled the Father of Water, which is essentially the King of Cups card. This card speaks about balance and harmony within ourselves. So one of the key notes that I love about this, the explanation of, or the write-up on this particular card, is it says, this paternal ancestor is spiritually mature and compassionate. So at a time when we might feel like the people in charge are not mature and are not compassionate, and there is an air of uncertainty, being compassionate and sending out that, loving our neighbor as ourself type of mentality is extremely important right now, even though it might be hard to do so. We want to be able to look inward, and, initially we need to look inward and address our own feelings and take care of our own personal feelings. And, the balance and the harmony that's the key word that's found within self. And if we are lacking that, it's something that we need to work on. It's something that we need to go internally and to address. The card was paired with the Sun card in the tarot. This would be the Sun card. In this deck, it's called Blissed. So some may say blessed or blissed, but we've got the Sun, which is encouraging you to see that there is a path ahead that is a path that you can walk, a path that is lit, a path that is supported, and a path that will absolutely help you to remain balanced and aligned with your true self, which is important at all times, but I think especially now when the temperament of the collective, we've had an onslaught of mental gymnastics, emotional gymnastics, ups and down. There's lots of uncertainty. There's lots of fear mongering. And so what we're needing right now is perspective and emotional protection. We need to emotionally protect ourselves. That doesn't mean shutting down. It means nurturing and taking care of ourselves and making sure that we remain balanced. So doing those things that are necessary to keep you in that frame of mind Spirit is reiterating this is something to pay attention to. So,
Beautiful. It's so beautiful.
It's so amazing how we're always all so in sync. So
Mhm.
mine I was getting the same thing basically.
Mhm.
So the card I pulled was vows, and I felt immediately that this was more about like the vows we made to ourselves. Um, and it revolved around what Kai was talking about, is that there's just a lot of negative energy around, and to remember that it affects us, whether we realize it or not. And it's kind of shifted us back into survival mode. And they're bringing forward like to remember to um, go back within self, remember the vows we made to ourselves, and this is around like inner peace and what makes us happy, and not so focused on the external. I kept getting the words reset, renew, and this was in regards to our energy, and making sure that we're protecting our energy, especially when we're out and about. um, yeah, and then remembering to see the light, and kind of bring it back in, clear our energy.
That's so beautiful. Thank you. Keeper.
So I pulled in from my ancestor deck, and I got 2 cards as well. The first one is Sage. So tapping in, the first word that came to me was challenges. So I really felt like there's a lot of challenges that we're as a collective that we're really facing. So how do we move through these challenges? And this card for me represents blessings. And so really, and sage is ruled, this herbal plant is ruled by Jupiter and the moon. So thinking about the moon, being able to be in tune with your own intuition, and really kind of looking at the challenges that you're facing now, whether they're as a collective or they're personal, um, allowing yourself to kind of look through them from a different lens, a different perspective, instead of seeking outwardly, go inward. And a lot of times things happen for us and not to us. And so when we have that understanding, we can kind of move through these challenges a little differently. And then the second card I got was Horsetail, which talks about patience. And so interestingly, there's the pine cone here, which I feel like talks about like the pineal gland. So being able to see outside of the illusion and then again, tapping into your intuition and really trusting yourself. And with the horse, being propped, sitting in a sitting instead of, in a galloping direction, I feel like this is talking about being still and really tapping into your feminine side of allowing things to kind of unravel for you, and kind of be patient. Don't act on an emotional feeling because you may feel vulnerable, and really give yourself the patience and the grace to really look at things from different perspectives and look at why is it that this is coming up for you, and really it's the time to, with Pisces season, it's really a time to trust your intuition, trust your the guidance that you get from your guides and your ancestors, to really be able to move forward.
Beautiful. Beautiful readings, everybody. Beautiful. All right. So now we're going to pivot and we're going to start doing readings for all of you. So here's what I would love to do. If all of you could just let us know if you're here in the chat and you would be open to being read. You just need to say, maybe put an emoji in the chat, and then we will begin. We're going to be doing about 10-minute readings, and each of our readers will be able to choose what they're going to be reading, and then also they'll pick their person. So the good thing is we have low numbers tonight because we're new on YouTube, which means you're probably going to get a reading, which I love. I love those. I love this. So if you could just, I know we have about 9 people here, and feel free. And I don't want to say to people, don't be shy, but you can just put if you were interested in having a reading, you can just put an emoji in the chat. Wonderful. I love it. Okay, good, good, good. Hello, Christy. Nice to see you. I love it. We have some new friends and faces here. I'm so happy. Jennifer, Christy, Alicia, Jenna, Maloney. Nice to meet you all. So excited you guys are here. Thank you for being here. We're really excited to get started. So I'm going to go sort of in the order we started. So, and again, guys, we're going to do about 10-minute readings. So I think that, let me just turn this down. Yeah, we'll kind of go ahead and get started. Kai, if you want to go ahead and move forward and decide, and we'll get going. I'm excited.
So I can't see the chat at the moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah. I probably didn't follow the instructions and didn't connect my YouTube. So
hey, no, that's okay. If also too, I can let you know the names in the chat. You got it?
I do. So I see Jennifer, I see Maloney, I see Alicia, Christy White. Okay. And so these are all the people that are willing to have a reading.
Yes.
I think I'm going to tap into Maloney.
Yes.
I'm drawn to your name.
It's a beautiful name.
Yeah, it is. I'm drawn to your name. Is there a specific type of reading that you would like, Maloney, and or area in which you would like us to look at?
I just love YouTube. I really do. Work and relationships. Lovely.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to tap into your energy. So just give me a moment and we'll dive into that. So what I'm feeling off the bat is that you do have a very strong ambition. I feel like you've got an idea of where you would like to be going with career and your finances. And I'm feeling this desire to either A, have more acknowledgement for the skills and what you are able to bring to your current work situation, to your current job or career. But there's also this desire to be able to do more, to be able to go deeper, to expand the things that you do, expand your repertoire, so to speak. And I do feel that desire and that ambition within you, it feels like a very strong urge. There is an acknowledgement, though, that you feel that you're doing a lot of work without any kind of let me just pull that word back, without enough compensation or acknowledgement. So whether you are in a situation where you're not feeling seen or you're not being compensated accordingly, potentially even being looked over for other roles or other potential positions that would help move you up the ladder. I feel like you have a lot of business smarts as well. So there's an aspect of this where potentially people might feel that you are a little bit of competition for them. So, sometimes with that energy and other people's insecurities, that can at times interfere with our own goals and how we see ourselves moving, through a company. And then there's a part of me that is wondering whether or not you have thought to branch out on your own. So Spirit is not giving me a specific career. Sometimes I do get that information, but they're also telling me that you are strong enough to do something on your own, branching off on your own, becoming independent, moving forward that way. So that is, something that you could potentially consider, because you hold and you are a host of great potential. That's what I'm hearing, that you hold great potential, but you are a host of it. And so the ideas and the opportunities potentially are spilling out. That's what I'm hearing. With regards to relationship, are you married? Are you currently in a committed relationship with someone? You're single. Okay, thank you. So when I visualize you and a partner, what Spirit is telling me, and I don't know whether or not this is something that you've tried or thought of or that you're currently doing, but they're asking me to say it to you like this, like almost like having a business plan, but creating a plan to call in the correct partner for you. So they're saying you need to be very strategic, just like you would in business, in creating a plan and also writing out almost like a contract, the terms of the terms of business, the terms of the contract and what it is that you want, and being very clear with how this person is going to look, how this person will sound, whether they want children, whether they will support you to stay home or to go to work, whether or not they are spiritually aligned with you. All of those things that are things that you would like to have in a partner, they're saying put that down onto paper. Speak those words out loud to yourself, read that contract, that agreement that you're making, and manifest that individual. I feel like this person is likely already in your orbit. So it could be a friend of a friend or a colleague of a friend. And they're asking me to tell you to start with that. And I think that reading feels complete.
So beautiful. I was going to say readings are the topic of this month. I just did a channel to reading I'm going to upload tomorrow. And I was saying that feels so on point. Amazing. Very well. Very beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed that one. That was absolutely amazing. It's so good to have you here and meeting you and Kai. Beautiful reading. Okay, Laura, would you like to go next?
Sure. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Jennifer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Jennifer, is there a certain type of reading you'd like? Anything you'd like me to focus on? Let's see if she's still here.
Seems like sometimes there's a little delay, I think, here. Yay!
Ooh, whatever I feel drawn to. All right. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. I'm feeling right away in your energy that that you really need some like compassion today. So I'm gonna try to tap into that a little. I feel like you've been struggling a little bit to kind of find your footing. I feel like. And Spirit is reminding you to, you know, just put one foot ahead, 1 foot at a time. Like walk before you run. They're really showing me, you know, that something's going on with you emotionally. Like, I feel like this is today or like real recently. And what it feels like is like when you just have too much and you just can't, you're not getting a break or can't catch a break. And like there's this really strong need here for like compassion and love, you know, from for yourself, and also seeking it through, you know, your family, your friends, being open right away. I'm feeling drawn to your throat chakra, and I feel like they're talking about um, releasing whatever's going on with someone, venting, that it's okay, that you don't always have to like hold it in, hold the whole entire world on your shoulders, that you need to release and let others kind of help you through this path, take some of the burden off of you. I feel like there's a lot of, I just feel like a lot of emotion from you right now. I'm not sure if you have children, but I'm seeing you with at least one kid. I feel like the energy behind this is that your energy, you know, carries on to other people, and sometimes we feel like we're trying to keep it together, hold it all in, and do all this good for people, but other people still feel this energy, even if you're not expressing it. And to remember that that's a big part of your health, your emotional health. I think the reference to the child is like, I feel like it's maybe a little bit of need to do some shadow work and feel like why you feel like you have to carry all this by yourself, or you need to make sure that you're loving yourself and allowing yourself to be loved. And there's a need here for like that childlike energy. They're talking about taking like a calm moment to kind of reevaluate what's going on in your life. Um, showing me like you going through the pages, um, eliminating anything that's unnecessary, and also finding things that maybe um, aren't your burden to carry and let go, is what I feel like. They are showing me that you have, normally like this really blissful energy about you. And they want you to find like a more long-term plan to like stay in that. I see you a little bit like up and down, and what they're saying is like find what makes you stay at that blissful energy and stay more even, and that'll help you feel, more grounded overall. And I think that's complete.
So good. Beautiful reading, Laura.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for letting me read for you, Jennifer.
Okay, so now we're going to move on. If you're just joining us, we've had a few new people come into the live. We are so excited you're here. Just to quickly say, if you don't know me, my name is Carrie Koss, and these are my advanced students who are psychic mediums. And so we are doing mini readings tonight. So thank you for being here. And we're going to do as many as we can. So the nice thing is there is a small number of folks here. So likely you're going to be read. Isn't that nice? So Heber, were you feeling drawn? And if you're new to the chat, if you could just put in like an emoji, if you're interested in being read, that would be fantastic. And that way we could just know who is present and accounted for. Did you already know who you're drawn to, or did you want to wait? It's up to you, Heber.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were reading.
Okay. Don't worry. Oh, good. We have a couple new people too. Nice to see you all. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, in the beginning, I was drawn to Alicia.
Okay, great.
Alicia, are you still here?
Yay, she's
Okay.
here.
Perfect. Thank you for being here. What kind of reading would you like for me to do for you today? I'm going to copycat business and relationship. Okay. Perfect. So right away when I'm tapping into your energy, your spirit guides are drawing my attention to my throat chakra, and it's feeling a little strained, and it feels like you're having a little difficulty, maybe having trouble speaking up. There's a feeling of maybe you're not being seen and valued in the way that you want to be valued and seen at work. And there's a hesitancy that I am feeling in your energy when it comes to business, where potentially you would bring up situations and maybe uh, they're not being taken seriously or to light. And there's a feeling of frustration that I'm feeling in your solar plexus as well, that it feels like you're not really sure how to maneuver this. It feels like you've been having some anxiety in relation to your job. And so what they're suggesting is to have more of a grounded approach with you. I feel like there's more male energy in your job than there is female energy. And so it feels very competitive in nature. And part of this, I feel like, is what's causing you to kind of be out of tune with being able to listen to your intuition and have more of a grounded approach. And so as I'm bringing this energy to light, my throat is opening up more. And so really allowing yourself to kind of have a set intentions for your day. And this is completely relatable to me as well. But have an intention for your day every morning that you wake up to really to ground yourself first and foremost when you wake up in the morning. That's going to help stabilize your energy a little bit more so that way you feel a little bit more empowered as you go throughout your day. I heard let them. And I feel like this is about opinions in the workforce, in the work area that you're in. Um, it feels like a lot of people might, or some people might feel challenged by you by the way by the way that you think about the way that you problem solve, because I really feel like you're very intellectual when it comes to your work. You bring a brighter perspective because they're showing me kind of the light bulb, and I feel like you bring new ideas to the forefront, and a lot of times this can cause a little ruffle in people's feathers, and they can take that as competition, and a lot of people sometimes aren't keen to change. And I think for you is to really stay in power with the ideas that you bring to your job, um, to not be afraid of speaking outwardly. Even if you feel like people aren't going to listen, there's going to be a moment where there's going to be an opportunity that you will be heard. And this is going to allow you to kind of move in a different pace. But it's really important to really stay grounded during this time period for you. And maybe work on doing some positive affirmations in the morning during your daily routine as you're getting ready for work. Looking at yourself in the mirror and speaking outwardly, I am heard, I am valued, I am worthy, I am seen. And this is going to help you kind of set the energy and the tone for your day. And as far as relationships, can you tell me if you're currently in a relationship or if you're seeking a relationship? Oh, good. I'm glad that resonated for you. Single. Okay. So I really feel like this is a time period for you to work on self-care, to work on working on self, and really work on s- some of the challenges that you might have faced in prior relationships where I feel like you had a hard time, um, where maybe past partners took advantage of you. And they're highlighting your sacral and your root. And I really feel like Spirit is wanting to empower you to be and to take care of yourself, to continue to grow and to heal and to know yourself a little bit better, is what I'm feeling. This is going to change your perspective on the type of partner that you are wanting, because I feel like the type of partner that you're wanting to bring in this moment isn't the ideal relationship for you. And I feel like doing the work and continuing to work on self is going to help you elevate your frequency and your vibration to attract the optimal partner for you. So I really feel like this is a time period to really continue to maybe do some journaling. I see you kind of just writing a lot. I see doing journaling and doing a lot of self-reflection. Um, I feel like this is a period to also continue to work on self-confidence, self-worth, and really work on things that excite you. I really feel like they're bringing out this feeling for me of like tapping into the energy of joy. So, and what they're showing me is like, going out, to dinner with friends, going out to your inner circle, and really focus on the people that really uplift you and that really provide the support, that provide the foundation of um, your uh, development, and the structure of what it means to have good people in your life. And I feel like this is a moment for you to continue to do so, to continue to get to know yourself. And I don't like to say, date yourself, but really, you know, do the things that you would want in a partner. Yeah, do that to yourself, and really and enjoy the little things. It's the simple things, I feel like, that you will find the most joy in, that will bring you comfort. I i feel like a partnership isn't too off in the distance, but I feel like there's still some work here that needs to happen for you in order to attract that partner that you're seeking. So I hope that resonated for you and this feels complete.
Oh, so good. That was a beautiful reading. Lovely.
Thank you.
So, I want to thank you all. I just wanted to remember, if you haven't had a reading yet and you'd like to be considered, I know Christy put her name there. If you could just put a little emoji, we've got Christy. So, and then just let us know who else is here. If you want to be considered for a reading, just to make sure. And if you're new, welcome. So happy you're here. And we are doing mini readings, Akashic or psychic or mediumship. So it's up to you. So hi, Stacy. Nice to meet you. Jenna's here. Okay, Christy's here. We've got some people. So Kai, who are you feeling drawn to?
I'm feeling drawn to Christy, and this might be a mediumship.
Oh, can I just say something really quickly? I'm so validated that you said that, because I was feeling drawn to read her for mediumship. I was like, I think I need to read. And then my guides are like, you're not reading, and she needs a mediumship. And I was like, okay, well, someone's going to read her.
I felt the same way. I almost chose her and I couldn't decide between the two. And I was like, somebody needs mediumship. Like I could feel
Okay.
it.
So here's what we're going to do, because we're doing demonstration and we will kind of keep it down to a timeline. But everybody, this is an opportunity because this is a learning opportunity. So yes, thank you, Sinister Days, and thank you, Stacy. It's so exciting to meet our new friends. So what we're going to be doing is Kai's going to be tapping in to a loved one in the spirit world. And then why don't you guys tap in? But I want to keep it kind of short to like just messages, guys, so we can stay on track. I still want to keep it under like 12 minutes, please. But you can bring through a message and validation. You don't have to worry so much about lots of validation. We'll get there. Okay, so Kai, go for it.
Okay, so I have two things going on with Christy. I'm feeling it feels like an older woman, could be an older sister, or it could be a mother. I am also feeling a child. So I just want to put the two energies out there for you, Christy. I'm not sure if you are if you're able to take either of those. So an older sister or a mother who's passed, or a child. This child does feel very much connected to you. So it could be a sibling, or it could be a child of yours. So if you could just confirm either of that for me, and then we can sort of move forward, that would be appreciated.
No sister or mother passed. Okay.
No sister or mother passed. Okay, thank you. So what I'm feeling right now, I will tell you, is that there is this energy, this child energy is coming in very strong, and it's essentially passing on this message of, it's okay, you don't have to be sad any longer. There is an association that I perceive as feeling guilt, or some form of blaming oneself, that they're wanting to alleviate from you. They're wanting to take that possible miscarriage or grandchild. Okay, so thank you for sharing that much, because I do feel like this is very young energy. It feels it does feel like this energy is coming in. It was in for a short period of time. The energy is coming in with a lot of love, and there's an acknowledgement of needing to forgive and release any fear that you have associated with this, or any guilt. I'm using that word loosely, but that is how I perceive the emotion that I'm feeling. So essentially working on forgiveness. They're showing me that you went through a lot of periods of sadness, that you have tremendous amount of pressure that has been placed on you. You have always been a very loving and nurturing individual. You are always there for the people that you love, but at the same time, you may not have always had the support that you needed. And so you've made certain choices in your life in order for you to be able to survive. And again, I'm getting this overwhelming feeling like of warmth coming over me. I feel like I'm being given a hug, and like cheek to cheek, and being told it's okay. You don't have to hold on to that any longer. That feeling can be released. So and of course, as a mother, you know, as a feeling individual, as an empath, there is going to be a grieving process that I'm sure has already occurred, but there's a lot of energetic ties that are related to this, and maybe even dialogue that you've had with yourself about this situation, about the passing of the child and about the circumstances related to this. You do understand. I think I understand. So I'm going to give the rest of you guys an opportunity to tap in, but I do want to just energetically, I'm feeling a big hug. And they're wanting to sort of help you and to take that pressure off of you and to say it's okay to release this energetically. It is okay to emotionally put this on the back burner. It doesn't, you don't need to punish yourself anymore. So that's where I will
Good.
I will
Very
leave
good.
that.
Very good. Okay, Laura, do you wanted to tap in?
Sure. I just want to ask a question because I feel like I pulled through sister energy too. So, do you have maybe a female that had the sister energy vibe, like someone that was like a sister to you? Because when I'm trying to tap into what Kai's tapping in, I still feel like this overwhelming presence of a female. And she's showing me her in like this very distinct, like yellow dress. It's 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 not a super fancy dress, but it's there's something about this dress that it must be a memory with you. It's like almost like a kind of like a halter top dress, and then the bottom is like zigzag. And what the energy that I was feeling was like you feel like you maybe blame yourself a little bit for this, like the normal grieving process of you feel like you could have done more for this person. Does that resonate at all? I'm not sure how old your cousin was when they passed, but I'm feeling an older woman, like maybe if I had to guess between 40 to 60. I do feel like this is an aunt. She was showing me right now, like you as a kid, and telling me like you were a blessing. Unless it's off, unless I'm seeing it backwards. Unless I'm seeing it backwards, like you were taking care of her. I'm feeling like maybe something was wrong with her brain. Like some type of bleed, possibly. Let me see what messages she has for you. She's telling me like she sees you hustling, like you're doing all these things, taking care of everybody, and she's giving me like this sense of like being so proud of you. She's talking about like getting your like you've got your act together, or getting your act together. I feel like there's some significance here about a ring. She's saying, show her the ring. It just looks like diamonds, or like exaggerated diamonds or stones. And she's telling me like she has your back. It's exactly what she said. I have your back. And she's also she's telling me to tell you thank you. Like, thank you for like your part in her life. Yeah, that you meant a lot to her. I feel like that's good.
Beautiful, beautiful. Heber.
So the energy that I was connecting in was also a female, and she was showing me what felt like a memory of her rollerblading. I felt like she was part of like maybe a roller derby, or this was something that she really enjoyed. She presented to me a little younger, potentially like in her late 20s. Short hair, shoulder length, looked like she was brunette with maybe some blonde highlights. I did get also the feeling of like something happened with her head, because I did get like a really intense sharp pain in the back of my head. But I feel like the overall message here for you with her is to breathe. I feel like you're doing so much, and you're taking on so many burdens for yourself. And I think there's a message here to take care of yourself. Don't forget to take care of yourself as much as you've taken care of others, and to just take a second to just breathe. Because I feel like you hold on to your breath. I feel like you're holding on so much, and oftentimes we forget to just take a second and to just be in stillness and just breathe. And I feel like also you're holding on to a lot of emotion, and it's okay to just cry. It's okay to just have a moment to yourself in the shower, to just have that release for you. And I feel like she's wanting you to just let go for a second. And if you want to take a day for yourself, if you don't want to do something to really, and just to kind of nurture yourself, because there's an acknowledgement of like being kind of like the glue for everybody. And oftentimes we focus so much on others that we forget to focus on ourselves. And I feel like she's wanting you to know that it's okay. It's okay to take care of yourself for a second. So that's what I have.
That's so good. I won't go too much into, but I was totally feeling that loved one, and I was getting a lot of impressions physically. Yeah, so definitely sending love. And I was getting the same sort of, a lot of pressure in the chest and a lot in the head. So, and I just love how our loved ones are coming through, and collectively getting our attention to give people the message. So thank you to your loved one. And thank you so much for letting us connect with her energy, and also your cousin and all your loved ones who came through, who obviously really wanted to get their message through. So welcome everyone. We have a few new people here. Thank you for being here. And so she just passed away. That makes a lot of sense. It also, just from a standpoint of teaching with mediumship, is that often when you're like Kai met the grandchild, we got also the cousin, and we got your aunt, that they all amassed together, probably because she has passed into the spirit world. And so everyone's around her and then collectively coming in. But yeah, that makes sense. And it was connected to, it must have been, I felt it a lot in my head. I got that pressure. Good. Oh, thank you for sharing that. So sweet. Well, her. What a ripe old age of 86. We could only be so, fortunate for many. So if you haven't been read yet and you would like to be considered for a reading, could you do us a favor and just put an emoji in the chat? And if you just want to hang out, that's okay too. We're so happy that you're here. Love being here with YouTube folks and excited to have you all with us. If you don't know me, my name is Carrie Cuss. And I am on YouTube. I'm a medium. I'm also a mentor, but also I'm here with my advanced students. Oh, hey, Elizabeth, how are you? So Elizabeth here. So if you did want to be considered and haven't had a reading yet, please feel free to either drop an emoji in the chat or Sinister Days. Okay. I think I'm going to do a little quick reading because I'm just going to jump in. So Linda's here, Sinister Days. So Sinister Days Amazing. So excited you're here. Would you like to let me know what kind of reading are you excited about having? Do you have a question or something specifically you would like me to take a look at for you? I love the names. And then the sunflower. Love it. Career. Fantastic. Very good. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking at transitioning currently out of the career you're in, or are you wanting to enhance the career you have? And then I'll dig into this. Let's go for the other deck. Hello, Stacy. Yes, planning on changing. I was feeling that. Okay, very good. Let me just tap in and see what we're getting here for you. So the first thing, I'm really tapping into your energy, and I'm getting this energy of needing to do something where you feel you're able to be playful, creating from a place of joy, enthusiasm, and motivation. So as you're looking at this planning stages, as you mentioned, what we want to really draw ourselves towards is something that fills our heart and makes us feel very motivated and excited. So rather than going from something intellectually that feels as though it's the right thing to do, we want to do something from the energy and the heart space. And as you do that, what you can do is to ask spirit or your guides or higher self, however you relate to the spirit world, you can say, please help me clearly know what the best steps to take are so I may move into clarity when it comes to my next career move. That's the first thing I'm getting. So let me pull some cards here. So one of the things that they're cautioning you about is sometimes you're getting stuck in the thought process. And I'm seeing a thought process like a loop. And it's the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is a repeated thought that continues on a loop where it keeps us sort of chained or limited in what we believe to be true. So what is going to be, and then we have the Page of Cups in reverse. So when this happens, it's a demonstration to tell you that the way to move through your negative cycle of telling you you're not going to be able to do it, you don't have what it takes, the sort of thing that runs in the background, is we want to think about how can we best release this with grace and ease? Because the Page of Cups reverse, the Page of Cups is really asking us to, like, especially in the reverse, it's asking us to hold space for ourselves without judgment. So for you to be able to channel and understand your next steps, which should be simple and easy and clear, we want to go into a place of healing and in our emotional stability. So to make that very simple, the best practices would be maybe doing a simple breath technique or to do some journal prompts and visualization. And just imagine that your space is open. As you open your space, you're able to get clarity, vision, inspiration, guidance on what's coming next. So we have to make a container so we can see what's next and feel what's next. Okay, next, please, Spirit. So I'm getting the Hermit card. I just want to say that this is the card of Virgo and Kai's sign. And we have this beautiful eclipse coming that's in Virgo that's coming up right very soon. So this is all about self-introspection, but in a way that is crafted and caring towards self. Again, we're not bashing ourselves. So really asking ourselves, shining the light and saying, what is it I really want to do? What does it feel like? You may not have all the answers to the questions, to the steps, but I'm really getting, again, the underscore is doing something you enjoy and learning to make money doing it. So educating yourself, investigating, but don't stay on the fence too long, because when you stay on the fence, you're not in action. Action's going to help with the anxiety and the repetitive looped thought. Also, we've got the Two of Pentacles here, which is that it feels like you have two things you're vacillating about, which you could do. So the advice from Spirit is to lean into the thing that feels like the best step and the most tangible and the quickest in the sense of the most in flow that you can do from where you are to get to the next point. I feel like you might have an intermediary experience where you're maybe doing one other thing as you're going towards the thing you want to do. And so I'm really getting this thing about doing something on repetition that you really love to do. And that's the way you're going to end up making money. So there's a lot of beauty here and a lot of clarity that's coming through. And I can really feel in your energy how much you want this. And so we want to work on our self-concept and really saying positively, of course we can have what we want. Of course we can have what we want. Also, you're working a lot on your throat chakra. So that would be opening up so you can clearly communicate what it is you desire, but also communicate to people what you want to have happen and do. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. And I'll send you back your energy. Okay. Now I got a little bit confused because now I'm like, we all did a joint reading for the mediumship. So I was like, is Heber next? Where are we? Do you guys know who's next? Okay. So Kai, I know, was the facilitator. You're very welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Or is it Laura? Thank you so much for reminding me. I got a little off my schedule. I wasn't planning on reading, but it is what it is, right? So
Yes.
excited. Do you need anyone to say who else is reading? I know Stacy hasn't been read. Linda hasn't been read. Elizabeth hasn't been read. You can choose who.
I feel drawn to Linda. Linda, can you tell me what type of reading you'd like?
Very good.
Man, no one wants to give me any direction today.
I think that's a sign. I think Spirit's like, atta girl, you can do it.
Oh, how do you feel about, are we doing past life tonight?
You can do, yeah, you can do whatever you want. She said you can do whatever you want.
All right, Linda, would you like a past life? Are you okay with the past life reading? If not, I can do psychic. Just let me know. All right. Just gonna tap in. Linda, can you tell me your last name? Is it your whole legal name? Please. Thank you. So in this past life, you are a baker, but I also see like you're researching something. I just keep seeing you like flipping through pages and pages and pages. And the feeling I get is that you're working like really hard on mastering your profession, but you're also like trying really hard to like find this unique way of doing it, so that you can, I hate to use the term be better than everyone else, but you know, you're find like a uniqueness that sets you apart from other businesses. And I'm just getting the feeling that you are so dedicated to this. Like it's Spirit told me right away, 80% of your life is just this business and this drive to excel. Right away, I'm feeling the connection already here to your current life is that I feel like you're very similar in this lifetime. I feel like there's this drive for perfection and uniqueness. When I move down the timeline, I am seeing that you've accomplished this goal. They're not giving me specifics, but it's almost like you become legendary for whatever it is that you have created. Like it's, I should say, like a legacy, something that was everywhere, you know, in different countries and carried out through like many centuries, whatever this food was that you created. When I ask about like friends and family, they're just bringing me back to your work, and they're saying that you got all of your like satisfaction from that. You didn't really have those needs per se. That it was just very fulfilling for you. I'm going to the time of your passing. And what I see is just all these people around you. Like so many, like almost like it's a public, like famous funeral. And there's a lot of talk about legacy. When I ask what this has to do with your life now, it's a reminder that you get to write your own legacy. So it's really just really tied in. I feel like there's this side of you that is very driven, but maybe torn between what society says we need in our lives to be happy versus what you need, or we all need our own things, but I feel like you feel like this pressure instead of maybe following this really strong internal drive you have about a specific thing. There's a reminder here that it's okay to follow your passion and make your dreams come true without the worry of what you feel life has taught you will make you happy is not necessarily what will. I feel like it's what the message is. And I feel like what this is. But it's just like an ongoing, like, I should do this. I think it'll make me happy. Even though internally I feel like you know what path you should take, even if it's like not a definitive. And so just a huge reminder here to kind of let go of society's expectations for you and just revisit, what love, happiness, wealth, all of those things mean for you as an individual, and not what society believes. And I feel like that's complete. Thank you so much for letting me read for you.
I love that you went for that. That was awesome. So good. Okay, so Heber, I think it's your turn. Is that right?
Yes.
And also, if you haven't gotten a reading yet, if you could just put your name or just say, sure me, or I'd love it, or an emoji. And if you haven't been read yet, feel free to put your name in the comments or just your an emoji, whichever you prefer. And if you're just joining us, welcome. We are doing mini readings tonight, and they are very much spirit-led. So we'll see who we have left here with us.
So I was actually drawn to Stacy. I kept glancing over her name multiple times.
Yeah, fantastic.
So Stacy, if you can just comment for me if you're still here with us. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Glad you're here, Stacy.
So let's see. I'm going to go into the Akashic Records for you and see what guidance we have here for you, okay?
Good idea.
Can you just confirm your legal name is your username? You're welcome. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to tap into the records for you, and then we'll see what we have here. Okay, Stacy. So they took me to this room in the Akashic Records that is looks like for me, this is a place to kind of have conversation with my higher self. And so um, this is your higher self coming through. And so what they're showing me is the Ten of Swords. And so I feel like your overall state of mind, as well as physically, is exhaustion. I feel like this partnership for you has really taken a toll for you mentally and physically. And so this is a moment of time for you uh, to reconnect with yourself and to gather yourself and to learn different aspects of self within this experience. And so what that means is allowing yourself the grace and the patience to move through emotions of release that I feel like you've kind of held on to within your physical body, as well as energetically. And I think, and I feel that this is a period of time for you to really um, self-reflect, but also nurture self, and to so that way you can find a higher perspective for you to be able to move forward with clarity and confidence. And so they're showing me your energetic body and the way that this relationship has really affected you, and your lower chakras are pretty dim. And so this for me feels like it's really shaken up your confidence. It's really disempowered you, and it's really left you feeling um, like there's no sense of joy left for you to experience. And I feel like this is an opportunity for you to take a moment to kind of do a little of introspection and really kind of look at what is it that I learned from this experience, and how can I move in a way that is um, that's going to honor my nervous system, because I feel like there's a disconnect emotionally between your energetic body and your physical body. And so when we go through trauma in this way, um, and we detach ourselves from certain situations, our body has to sort of catch up. And so what they're suggesting is finding ways to self-regulate, finding ways that is going to be beneficial for your nervous system. So definitely finding a grounding approach is going to help you. I feel like you're the type of person that likes to be outside. And I feel like this brings a level of comfort for you. And so, really allowing yourself to maybe take a stroll in your neighborhood, or go to the park and, um, watch the children play, really finding the small bits of joy that you see are going to bring a level of comfort for you. And so, um, but it's also allowing yourself to meditate. I feel like going and I don't know if you have a meditative practice already, but I feel like um, meditation, or just being in stillness and allowing yourself to feel emotions. I feel like there's a lot of repressed emotions that are wanting to kind of surface. And so really honoring yourself through this process, where you're working on grounding techniques so you're not overwhelming yourself, um, is going to be really key for you. Um, Um, so they're showing me you kind of unplugging yourself from the outside world. So what that means is not focusing so much on what's going on in the world, but focusing on how like moving through your day in a way that it doesn't disrupt your peace. And so whether that's having a routine, I feel like having a routine is going to be very beneficial for you. So maybe not limiting the amount of news that you watch, or limiting the amount of TV, and just focusing on rituals that bring stillness and bring calmness to you. So I really feel like having a self-care routine in the morning is going to be helpful for you, where you're taking the steps to really nurture yourself, um, and really creating a space and a container for you to allow yourself to explore these lessons. Um, Journaling a lot is going to help, doing journal prompts. I feel like this is also going to be a time for you to really lean on friendships that are very supportive and nurturing for you. Leaning on the people that have really been there for you, to not be afraid to ask for help. I think it's going to be really important for you during this healing process. I feel like not being afraid to reach out. This is going to be a process for you, and they're wanting you to have grace. But this feels very multi-layered, and so there's going to be things that are going to come up for you, that you're going to have to face. And what I mean by that is, a lot of there's might be things that trigger you, and so really allowing yourself to um, ask for help, and find clarity amongst your group, not being afraid to ask for advice, so that you can lean on them for advice. So, with your permission, if I want to run some energy healing for you to kind of clear away some of this energy that's kind of been lingering in your aura. It feels very hazy. It feels very dense. Um, and they actually, if you want, if you, I don't know if you know of Reiki, or if you know somebody that can do Reiki on you. Having healing sessions to kind of clear out some of these energies that are kind of lingered and kind of attached themselves to you will help kind of make way for new energy to come into your space, so that way it'll help you feel more empowered. and give you more sense of clarity. I feel like there's a lot of haziness within your mind. So I just want to run through some energy with Archangel Raphael to kind of help you kind of give you a little bit more sense of peace within yourself.
I was also thinking as you're doing that, please continue. But I thought it might be nice for everyone left who is in the chat. If you would like, we can also, the rest of us can, we can also run healing energy through the chat. So if you would be open to receiving that, then we can do that. So if you consent, you can just say consent to yourself. And then if you don't have to tell us, and then it will go out. Perfect. So the energy will go out towards wherever it's needed. It's an intelligent energy, and it will know exactly where it needs to go. Welcome. Hello. And we're going to go ahead and shall we do that, everybody? What do you think, Kai and Laura? While Heber's doing that work, we can run that energy. What do you think? Nice way to kind of round things out.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Hello, everyone. So glad you're here. We're going to go ahead, and I don't want to run any music because I don't know I have to check a little more with YouTube on, music rights. So for this time, I won't. I'll have to do more research. But if you want to just open your energy, and then we're going to run Reiki and probably some healing energy. Well, I would say Raphaelian healing energy too. So wherever it's needed, you can just sit back and we'll do this for 10 minutes, and then we'll kind of do a summary at the end. Okay.
So, Stacy, before I close your reading, I do want to add that my ancestors are suggesting drinking tea for you before you go to bed, primarily chamomile tea. And there's this Mexican herb. I don't know if you have any Mexican stores in your neighborhood, but it's called yerba buena, which translates to good herb, and it's very similar to mint, and it looks very similar. But those two teas in specific will help with your gut and your solar plexus. Yeah, so there's a lot of energy that's been storing in your solar plexus, and it's created a slowing down of your energy centers within your lower chakras, so your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root. And so, what Archangel Raphael is doing is he's taking you into this area where I call the healing pool, and it's a space where I personally go to do healing work for myself. And so, he's taking you into this space and he's submerged you into the water. And so, allowing the water to facilitate this sort of healing vortex within your energy field, to chip away a lot of this energy that's started to harden within your aura, and within your energy centers. And so, it's going to release some of this, soften this energy for you, so that way you can um, uh, allow some of the release that's going to happen for you to kind of make way for the new energy to start flowing in more freely for you. The teas that I've mentioned will help with a lot of that gut health for you. And a lot of that has been physical manifestation of the emotions that and a lot of that dense energy that you've been dealing with over the last few years. Um, so really giving yourself some time, some grace, some self-care, doing things that maybe you've enjoyed doing in the past and haven't had an opportunity to do them, is going to help you over the next few days, getting plenty of rest, drinking water. But just know that you are supported on the other side by spirit and your guides. And that you are not alone. So that feels complete for me, Stacy.
If it's okay, I felt really drawn to pulling a card for her. I got on this, and it's fragility, which goes along with what Haber's talking about. But the message I got was, pretty simple, and what I felt like was talking about, we just get blown into a million pieces when our life is overturned. And it's just a reminder to put yourself back together, one little piece at a time is what I'm getting. And then when you're able to heal that little piece, then celebrate that. Each little piece is a big accomplishment.
That's beautiful. Wow, so beautiful. What deck is that? I haven't seen that before. The one you.
I'm horrible. I have no idea.
She's like, I don't know. I just have it on the top of my counter. I don't know.
I have like 8 decks right here, and I have no idea what.
Show me the back. Show me the back of it. I know everything. Just kidding. No, I don't know what that one is. Do you know what that is, Kai? Yeah, show me a few more. I'll put it in the chat. Beautiful. All right. Well, we want to thank everyone for being here. What a wonderful session. How do you guys feel about the energy? Isn't it nice over here? Yes. So we want to thank you all for being here and being so open and receptive, so welcoming and grateful. And we will be back on here again. So stay tuned. There'll be the lives will be announced ahead of time, so you'll know when they're coming. And we want to thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed it. And did anyone want to say anything else before you go? Do you guys want to drop your information if you're doing readings into the chat so you can put the links in case anybody wants to book a session?
It won't let me comment. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, me either. I didn't
really?
link. Yeah, so I can't comment.
I tried to link, but it wouldn't let me. It just kept saying there's an error, but it's not your error.
Oh my gosh.
But mine is www.lauraramosmedium.com.
So that's pretty easy. And Kai, you are?
I am guavajellyholistic.com.
guavajellyholistic.com. That's such a beautiful name. Good. Yes. Thank you for being here, everybody. And Heber, you already put your name in there, didn't you? Do that already earlier?
Yeah, I just dropped it in the chat now, but
Thanks.
I'm on IG and TikTok at the Luminary Alchemist as well as the luminaryalchemist.com.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I'll give it a minute before because it's not caught up yet with the chat. Let me check something. Okay, very good. All right. Well, what a beautiful night. And make sure you're going. Yeah. So again, thank you guys. Did an amazing job. So proud of you. And stay tuned, guys. We'll see you all very soon. I'm proud of you guys. Have a wonderful night. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Love you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye,
Bye, guys. Thank you for joining.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.